I just want to talk about this. Someone mentioned, look shortly, someone mentioned on X on the discussion that, like, um, why do those who agree to gender ideology, like, do they believe, some spirituality and some soul and energy and that type of stuff? And, honestly, like, most of them actually I learned that they don't. Like, they consider even like religion some bullshit. They don't. They just agree to gender ideology, which is very interesting. And then some actually believe in parts of spirituality, not religion, but like spirituality, like philosophy or those types of things. And to add, some have spoken about like two spirit and that type of stuff. But then I understood that, first of all, plenty of them don't understand what they're talking about. They're not even connected to native things. Um, Second group would be those that take things seriously. However, they think that I'm the one that should comply to their things and their ideology and their beliefs. While they do not agree to stuff that I say, they think that I should agree to stuff that they say. Like, with more compliance and more agreement, because it's like bigoted to like misgender and do that type of stuff, and that it's considered incorrect, while my beliefs to them are lesser and like lower, and they that it should be okay to basically disbelieve what I say and disagree with what I say if they don't deem it either interesting enough or it's not adaptable to their life enough, right? And that's what I call that skewed narrative. It's like that's not adaptable to your life. But do you think that spirituality should be adaptable to your life? No, it's not that way. If you channel the truth, that's absolutely different the other way around. It's not the way that spirituality is adaptable to what you want on the surface level. Let's say I'd want big boobs and be like Pam Anderson, okay? And I'd say that this is deeply spiritual because I feel like, let's say I've been shamed so far in my life for, let's say, being a stick, okay, or looking like a child or whatever, that I've been shamed so far that I feel the need to position myself as such. And I would call that my spirituality. No, that's not. That's just like a wish. It's a wish. It's not your spirituality. It's not some deep truth. And dysmorphia is not some spiritual truth. It's actually soul non acceptance. You cannot merge your soul with your body, and there's this dissonance. It's called spiritual dissonance. But changing yourself in 3D perspective based on how warped your thoughts have been by some beliefs surrounding you and how you've been shamed or traumatized. This is basically, in shortcut, avoiding shadow work and submitting to something more surface and adapting to that if you want to actually like butcher your body or people to refer to your belief and actually physically call you the opposite gender, and to actually submit to that value so far as to you should have access to spaces of the opposite gender in sports and in spaces in, I don't know, dressing rooms or whatever else. That's already physical reality. It's not just walking around, for example, and saying about your beliefs and some spiritual stuff. It's already invading the physical privacy, right? It's already invading on physical, very strong physical 3D material level. But about spirituality again, I'm saying many of these people actually don't believe that stuff. And many of them don't actually know about that stuff. If they did, they would know what shadow work is and they would actually be more compliant to that. And they would go through that shadow work, not deny it and go on the surface level of altering their bodies. They would understand where that core comes through and that it's very highly likely just their dots in mentality and just their surface reality portrayed as their truth beyond recognition of self. It's like they don't recognize themselves, neither they are interested in soul work. They're not. Many of them are not. You don't have to like align many of these people to the other woo woo stuff, let's say, that you consider, right? Like the shadow workers, energy workers, healers. No, it's like no, that those people are not interested in that actually. They're not interested in soul work. They're missing out on it heavily. And more than that, even for this saying, they will blame me because I'm the bad guy, right? I'm the wicked one. This is so funny how movie Wicked came out. Right. Yeah, they're like, but you are the wicked one because you don't agree for ourselves to be our true selves. Do you even know what your true self is? Can you even go beyond that layer of your either trauma or psychological difficulties or forced up beliefs by others and channel through that truth of your core that you have? Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is beyond the it, she, it, him, they, them layer? That's not the core truth. That's not your soul. That's literally not. It's some neo parading reality, very ingrained in materialism, and some people think, like it's just debunking the myth. Some people think that these people believe in energy work and like soul work. No, they don't. Plenty of them don't. They literally call me woo woo, and I'm like stupid for my beliefs. They want me to force their beliefs onto me, like it's the supreme, and I should submit. And those like me, who also disbelieve their ideological system, should submit. Otherwise, they are bigots, they're cons. Do you see the scheme? That's all. That's just the distinction. I'm offering you to see the distinction. Whether you hate me or you don't, you shall see that distinction. You shall see that reality. It's how it is. Yes, these different categories, completely different categories. And one of them is very eager for others to submit and take it as a given or exclude them.